Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I just want to make this quick video just to show you guys my legendary gems, the side items that I run, and then some of the tips, also my stats, right? And explain why I run those gems and items, and then why I think they're effective for a kind of a low spender a Diablo Immortal player. All right, so let's get started. First of all, a quick self-introduction. I am a 3K Necro player. You can call me Half Moon, right? This is literally the English translation of my name. And I do enjoy PvP a lot. So everything I talk about in this video, it's for PvP, okay? None of those is for PvE. Right, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is the one legendary gem that is the core of my build, right? And core of my playstyle, and all my my family attributes, all the gear selection is it's for that gem only. So that gem is surprisingly a 2-star legendary gem, the Abiding Curse. It gives a pretty high chance to trigger a debuff on your enemy, right? 15% chance to curse the enemy and reducing attack and movement speed by 35% for 8 seconds, by 30% for 8 seconds. So so in Diablo Immortal world, reducing attack and movement speed is considered as a loss of control. So that means there is one attribute that works almost perfectly for this set, which is damage to loss of control enemies increase, right? So you can get it from gears, from family attributes, and from gem resonance. So for example, the resonance of Abiding Curse is one of those is damage done to enemies suffering loss of control increased by 5%, and then I'm going to show you my family attributes, right? So all 6 gears, I have the same family attributes, bonus attributes for all 6 gears. Damage to enemies suffering loss of control, and damage to players, and duration of beneficial effects increase 3%. I'll explain why. Well, the first family attributes, it's pretty simple, right? So 5%, and with the Abiding Curse, so every single enemy, right, who has my Abiding Curse on will take, more damage from me, okay? By how much? Well, you see 5% times 6, you think it's 30%. No, it's not, right? So there's a thing called Strife. It's a debuff in PvP mode to all the magic attributes, all the family attributes, and legendary gem effects. So take this as example. Damage to the enemy suffering loss of control increase 5%. In PvP, it's reduced. It's no longer 5%. But by how much? Reduced by how much? There's no clear answer to that. But according to a Reddit user who did extensive testing research, the debuff, the nerf amount is roughly 66% to everything, right? To the magic attributes, family bonus attributes, and legendary gem effects. But there are some exceptions, okay? One of the exceptions is the maximum life increase. This adds life directly to your panel, to your stats, and from what I can tell, it's not being nerfed. And the other one, I think, but not proved, is damage to players, because come on guys, there's no point for Blizzard to nerf this, because the only place you can deal more damage to deal any damage to other players is in PvP. So I don't think this is nerf, but any other attributes, I think it's pretty you can make the assumption that they are all nerfed. Oh, and also there's one like damage taken from players decreased by 1%. That's also not nerfed. Okay, and this is the abiding curse, right? And then the core mechanism for me is to apply abiding curse and also seeping bile. Okay, this is another core gem that I run, because it slows enemy move. It reduces enemy's movement speed, so it's also a loss of control. So loss of control is the core mechanism of my build and also my playstyle. And now I pick the skills that can trigger abiding curse and seeping bile the most. Okay, so that's that. And then what else? So the third gem, legendary gem, which is part of the my build, is Chip of Stone Flesh, right? So when you cause an enemy total loss of control, the enemy will basically be frozen and takes more damage. That's the effect of Chip of Stone Flesh. But take a notice here. Total loss of control is different than loss of control. Okay, so there are many loss of controls in this game, right? Like slow movement speed reduction, attacking speed reduction, and freeze and chill, and a knockback, right? And then stun and fear. But among all of those, only stun and fear are considered as total loss of control and can trigger Chip of Stone Flesh. So for a necromancer, right? So there are literally two skills can trigger this. One is the normal bone spike, right? It's the one that you have to hold that skill and then release it without any special effect. That's stun. And the other one is the fear. It's the wraith form that can trigger that can cause fear. So fear is a total loss of control. So only those two. But obviously the regular bone spike is not good at all, because it has only one charge, and then you have to kind of channel the spell. So it's not good. So the fear wraith form is crucial. I think it should be in any necromancer build, because if you run Chip of Stone Flesh, this is the only skill that's gonna trigger that. All right, so that's the legendary gems. I mean, the other ones I'll just briefly go over. Bottled Hope. Well, when you use a buff, basically you will get bonus damage and bonus movement speed and some cooldown reduction. So Wraith Form is a buff. So every time you use Wraith Form, every 20 seconds you will get more damage and more movement speed. And also, this is nerfed. So in PvP, it's only 33% of whatever the number is. And then Blood-Soaked Jade. Well, this is the most popular 5-star legendary gem, so it's kind of like a no-brainer. And then the Frozen Heart, right? This is a new 5-star legendary gem, and it gives a shield, right? And then chills enemy. So if it says chills enemy, then that means like it's a loss of control. But for me, as a 3K neck player, every time I get that shield, it just broke instantly. So the 30% chance to chill enemies, it's not for me. But it gives some level of protection. All right, so that's that. And then let's move to my side items. So I have 2-piece, the Feasting Barons pack, right? Increase the duration of abilities that cause loss of control by 30%. So ability, you see it says abilities, not skills. So all the so it works on skills and also legendary gem. So Abiding Curse, right? The duration, whatever it got nerfed in PvP, the Baron set will increase the duration by 30%, and then also, Seeping Bile, right, will be buffed, And then Chip of Stone's flesh will be buffed because the fear is buffed. And then 2 pieces of Feasting Baron set. And then I have 4 pieces of the Urges set. This is very interesting. So I used to run only 2 pieces of Urges set and then 4 pieces of the Feasting Baron pack set. Because the 4 piece of Feasting Baron set is very OP. It increases damage done to all from all sources by 15% to enemies suffering under your loss of control effect. So every single enemy that has my Abiding Curse on or Seeping Bile will take 15% more damage from not only myself but also my teammates, right? So in reality, this is a sort of like a support effect, because it basically buffs my whole team with a 15% damage increase. But then later on, a friend of mine, I knew from the game. Her name is Kitara. She is a necromancer, and she's probably one of the best necromancers I've seen in this game. And she's probably the best female necromancer. But she told me that, well, if I run 4-piece Urge set, then I can get, quicker casting speed, and then it will make the character more agile. Just to showcase that, right, I will do like a Wraith form, and then I'll cast 2 skulls, big skulls, and then 3 bone spikes within just 1 second, right? Without the attack speed buff, it'll probably take me like 2-3 seconds. So I think it's very good, because my playstyle is I will Wraith form into my enemies and toward their back, and then just throw everything on those enemies, right? Corpse Lance, a Bone Spike, and big skulls. So the quicker I can cast those spells, the lower chance that I will get CC'd by enemies if they are out of my fear. So, and also it increases attack speed, so I can do a few more primary attacks that will compensate the loss of this 15% damage buff for Baron's pack. So that's about it. Oh, let's go through the charm, right? The charm, it's not affected by the strife debuff. So whatever percentage you get, you'll carry that into PvP. Just keep that in mind. And I was very lucky to have a 8% Corpse Lance, plus 8% damage for Corpse Lance. So that was some real RNG there. But yeah, so that's that. And what else? This is my CR 7200. I'll make another video talking about combat rating, and then I'll make another video talking about secondary attributes: armor penetration, potency, and resistance. They are very, very important. Right, they are more important than they were described from majority of the YouTubers that the Diablo Immortal YouTubers. That's pretty much it. I mean, guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and more importantly, comment to let me know what do you want to know about and what do you want me to share. I'll probably share some of the attribute related stuff, the stats related stuff, and then I'll probably share some of the strategies that I run for in Battlegrounds. Right? There are a few tips that I want to share with you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next one. Peace.